Welcome to Ask Prep, your trusted companion for NEET and JEE preparation. Today we will study about a very important topic of biology, which is biotechnology and its applications, transgenic animals, GM crops. Biotechnology has given us the ability to modify organisms at the genetic level, allowing us to create organisms with desirable characteristics that do not exist naturally. This is not a matter of simple breeding or crossing plants and animals, but a powerful scientific process that involves identifying, isolating, and inserting specific genes into target organisms. The result is what we call a transgenic organism, an organism that carries a gene or genes that have been transferred from another species using recombinant DNA technology. Let's start by talking about genetically modified crops, commonly known as GM crops. These are plants that have been engineered to express traits that make them more beneficial in agriculture. The most common traits that scientists aim for include pest resistance, disease resistance, drought tolerance, herbicide tolerance, and improved nutritional content. One of the most famous examples is Bt cotton. This crop has been genetically engineered to produce a protein from the bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis, which is toxic to certain insect pests but safe for humans and animals. This modification reduces the need for chemical pesticides, which in turn reduces environmental pollution and lowers the cost of cultivation for farmers. Another example is golden rice. This is a variety of rice that has been modified to produce beta-carotene, a precursor of vitamin A. In many developing countries, vitamin A deficiency is a serious health issue that can lead to blindness and even death. Golden rice aims to address this deficiency through a regular staple food. This is a perfect example of how biotechnology can solve nutritional problems using scientific innovation. But the application of genetically modified crops doesn't stop at nutrition or pest resistance. Scientists are working on crops that can tolerate harsh environmental conditions like extreme temperatures or poor soil quality. This could be revolutionary in areas where agriculture is challenging due to climate change or resource limitations. The idea is to create crops that are more resilient, more productive, and less dependent on chemical inputs. However, genetically modified crops have also raised questions and concerns. There are debates about their long-term safety, ecological impact, and the ethics of modifying natural organisms. Some people are concerned about the possibility of allergenic reactions, the spread of transgenes to wild relatives, and the dominance of biotech companies over seed markets. These are valid concerns, and scientists, governments, and regulatory bodies around the world continue to study and monitor GM crops to ensure their safety for human consumption and environmental health. Now, let's turn our attention to transgenic animals. These are animals whose genetic makeup has been altered by the introduction of foreign DNA. The purpose of creating transgenic animals is to study gene functions, model human diseases, produce useful biological products, and even improve animal health and productivity. The process of making a transgenic animal is complex. It often involves microinjecting the desired gene into the nucleus of a fertilized egg, which is then implanted into a surrogate mother. If successful, the resulting offspring will carry and express the foreign gene. One of the major applications of transgenic animals is in the field of medicine. For example, transgenic mice are used as models to study genetic disorders like cancer, Alzheimer's disease, cystic fibrosis, and more. These animal models help scientists understand the progression of diseases and test the effectiveness of new drugs before they are tried in humans. Without these models, drug development would be slower, riskier, and far more expensive. Another important application is in the production of pharmaceutical proteins. Some transgenic animals are designed to produce human proteins in their milk, blood, or eggs. This process is called gene farming. For instance, transgenic goats have been created to produce a human protein used to treat rare blood clotting disorders. This method is cost-effective and can produce large quantities of the desired product. It is especially useful for proteins that are otherwise difficult to synthesize in the lab. Transgenic animals can also be used for improving livestock traits. Scientists have developed animals that grow faster, are resistant to certain diseases, or have better meat and milk quality. While these advancements hold promise for food security and agricultural efficiency, they also raise ethical and ecological concerns. The welfare of transgenic animals, the potential for unintended consequences, and the possibility of genetic pollution are all subjects of ongoing research and debate. Another remarkable use of transgenic animals is in xenotransplantation, which involves the use of animal organs for human transplantation. Pigs, for example, have organs that are similar in size to human organs, and scientists are exploring ways to modify them genetically so that their organs can be safely transplanted into humans. If successful, this could help solve the problem of organ shortage faced by many healthcare systems around the world. While transgenic technology offers great potential, it also requires responsible use and strict regulation. International and national laws govern the creation and use of genetically modified organisms. Risk assessment, ethical review, and long-term monitoring are essential parts of the process to ensure that biotechnology is used safely and ethically. And that brings us to the end of today's session on biotechnology and its applications, focusing on transgenic animals and GM crops. These technologies are not just part of your syllabus, they are the tools of tomorrow's world. At AskPrep, we aim to make your learning journey both informative and inspiring. Keep revising, keep questioning, and above all, stay curious. Thank you so much for being a part of the AskPrep community. We truly appreciate your time and dedication to learning, especially when it comes to mastering biology, a subject that's not only essential for exams like NEET and JEE. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends who are also preparing, and make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update.